Welcome everyone to episode 40 of Geeks of the Roundtable. Wow, this has been a very long week, and I'm not alone today. I'm with my co-host as always, Zach Pope. Zach, how are you doing, my friend?
Man, this week's felt like forever. Yesterday felt like Thursday. Today felt like Wednesday. I don't know, man. It's like finally we first off we finally Mando tonight. Well for me
Yeah,
tonight.
that's true.
Finally. I think that's the reason this week felt so long was because the baby left. The baby's in danger right now. So.
Yeah.
But also, I think this is probably the biggest episode for news. I'm being honest. Within this whole entire year, I think this was the biggest biggest week for news so far.
Yeah.
Because confirmations. We've talked Spider-Man. Everything's confirmed now.
Yeah.
And once Collider, there's these other sites that I trust. And I would say they're 98% right every time. 98% right every time. But once the Hollywood Reporter, Collider, IGN start dropping the news too, that's when it's like, all right, I got to take this serious. Like even more than before. And not even speaking just Spider-Man, Warner Brothers, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because last week's when this whole thing happened, right? It was Thursday last week when they dropped the news.
After
a
the
week
show.
from now, it's still the conversation. And, you and me did a live stream on my channel talking about like our reactions to it. And I saw a lot of people saying, well, like, I love that, like, this is the time that they're going to do it, blah, blah, blah. You and me understand that, like, they got to make their money back somehow.
Yes, that's true.
But there's a way of going around this. And, we'll get even deeper into it. But I want to say this, and I want to say this clear. If you're one of those people who are very supportive of it, awesome. But the thing you also need to understand, a lot of people are getting bucked out of this deal. The fact that they didn't discuss this with Legendary, didn't discuss this with any of the actors or actresses, that's a big no-no. James Gunn, Denis Villeneuve probably found out the same way we did. And that's a bad thing. What Warner Brothers should have done, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do this, is if they, and again, it's probably going to be brought up again. If they go, okay, the first month it's only going to be in theaters. Then after that, it goes to HBO Max. That's something I could see them doing. Because then it appeases the theaters, it appeases the people. But even at the same time, for all we know, halfway through next year, they just could have 100% occupancy again. I could be wrong, but, it could grow. So, I don't know. It's a rant. It's a fucking rant. We've been ranting about this since when?
Yeah, since last Thursday. All right, but before we get to that one, that's our main topic today. The Warner Brothers Screwjob, as I'm enjoying calling it that. But before that, we have to talk about all the Spider-Man news, which you just talked about as well, Zach. But before that, we got to do the game, as we do every week. And don't forget, you can check us out on Spotify and iTunes. Links for that in the description. Zach, it was a tough game to come up with.
Yeah.
But we have 3 properties that we're talking about today. So I'm going to give you 3 actors.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to give you 3 actors, and you're going to put them in a Spider-Man movie. If a role comes to mind, you can say what role they play. If not, just say, I would love to see this actor in the movie.
Okay. Only going to be 3 of them?
Yes. Okay. Oscar Isaac, Alexander Skarsgård, and Nicolas Cage. And yes, I know Nicolas Cage was Spider-Man Noir. I'm talking about live action here.
Okay. Even though Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight, I can change him. Even though I can change that?
Yeah.
All right, Craven the Hunter for Oscar Isaac.
All right.
If I had to go with those 3, I want to see Craven in the film. I almost picked Alexander Skarsgård, but I think Oscar Isaac has that gruffness to him. And I know they're doing the spin-off film with J.C. Chandler, who has also worked with Oscar Isaac. Yeah. So I think that would work wonders. But actually, no, because I don't really care to see a Moon Knight in Spider-Man film. I really don't. I really don't. Alexander Skarsgård. I'm gonna say Smythe. I'd really like to see him play that character.
Spencer, yeah. No, Alistair.
Yeah,
I
because
don't remember who's the
yeah,
young one.
because
Alistair.
I liked Alice. I think Skarsgård could pull it off, especially after watching like the likes of Big Little Lies.
Yeah.
I think he can do that.
Yeah, he would be
And
Alistair because he's the young one.
mhm. And then throwing in the last one was Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
So
It's the same. He plays the same guy. He played the National Treasure. He needs Spider-Man's
oh
help to
my
seal the
god.
Declaration of Independence.
Man. I want to say Spider-Man Noir, but I don't really care to see him in live action. I actually don't think he would work that well in live action in a weird way.
I know this is one of the things we're going to talk about, and this is a return character from another universe. But what if, and I think this could work, Nicolas Cage was this universe's Doc Ock?
I would actually not mind that. I wouldn't mind
All
that,
right.
but I'm gonna say they're gonna go Defoe. I think they're gonna go Defoe. I think we get Defoe.
But do you think they're going to get Defoe for this universe's Norman Osborn?
Well, that's the thing. Ren, the way I'm looking at this, and I guess the main thing we'll talk about. So Nicolas Cage. You know what? I'm just gonna say, not him. Okay, something deep inside me just says to say Uncle Ben. I kept thinking Uncle Ben. So
Peter, I'm dying. You need to seal the Declaration of Independence to save my life.
I'm gonna say Uncle Ben. I'm gonna say Uncle Ben. I don't know. There's
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's use this segue. Let's go to talk about Spider-Man because everyone has been confirmed. Apparently, Tobey Maguire has been spotted at a costume fitting. Tobey, Garfield, Stone, Dunst, everyone is confirmed, and also Molina was officially announced. He was like the first real big news.
Yeah.
Spider-Man related this week.
Which you sent me, and I'm like, holy... Oh, wait, did I send you that one? I think I sent you that one, and you sent me the other one.
Maybe.
But I was at work, saw it, sent you it. I'm like, holy fuck, it's true.
I know I sent you the last one that broke. And that is that Charlie Cox is returning as Daredevil. As we've all wanted, as we've all asked for. Again, rumors also broke that not that I expected, because I was getting kind of afraid that it wasn't going to be that, but I prefer that, and apparently it's going to be the case, that these would all just be very small roles and not in a wink to the fans to leave them happy and leave them smiling as they're watching the movie. Apparently, everyone is going to have a real small role apart from the villains. So Molina, Fox, and who else did they announce was coming back?
Scorpion, I think.
Scorpion, yes. And that's it. Those are going to have a big role.
But let's talk about some of the rumors. Yeah. It's rumored Kraven's in the film. It's rumored, which I think that's going to happen. I think Kraven will be in the film. Wouldn't be shocked if Mysterio shows up. Wouldn't be shocked if Vulture shows up.
I've been telling you, man. I've been telling you my theories about why Mysterio is not dead since Far From Home came out.
Yeah. So then, of course, like you said, like everything's happening. You know, there's pros and cons to this because as a pro, I love Spider-Man. I would love to see all the Spider-Man team up together. I believe in Kevin Feige, and I definitely believe in Marvel Studios. If this was just a Sony property, no, I would be very worried about this. But it's not, so I'm less worried about this. I do say, with everything coming out now, that it very much will be more about the villains and Spider-Man. I'm more optimistic with what they're going to pull off, because I think what this film cements is I think the next team-up movie will be a Spider-Verse film. I think what we will get at the end of this film is Toby, Andrew coming into the world, and that's kind of how it's going to end. And then I think we might see them earlier in the film, but the ending of it is them coming into play, being like, here we go, we're going to play with this stuff. And I think the next Spider-Man film will be the next team-up film. And I'm saying that because I fully believe that's what they're going to set up. I think... You know, we know Tom Holland's MCU contract is one Spider-Man film, one more team-up film. Who says this isn't the team-up film? You know what I mean? That's pretty much, you know, Multiverse of Madness, again, sets and cements everything going about, and then sets up the next thing that, like, this is the Spider-Verse, you know? Which is also, there's rumor Secret Wars is a big thing that they could be setting up towards, which that'd be cool. But, you know, with the rumors, you know, Tobey Maguire maybe getting another movie, Andrew Garfield maybe getting another movie, which I'm actually for. I wouldn't mind if we get like a show here. I wouldn't mind it to finish off those trilogies, but yeah, I know you don't like it, but
No,
I love
no,
those versions of the characters. So
they're done. If anything, propel Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy to have her own franchise from now on. Not those two. I think those two are done. They should be done. My feelings towards the movies aside, whether I love the Raimi trilogy, I don't like the Mark Webb movies. I'm saying no to both of them. So preference is not an issue here. As you say, Zach, you're also afraid, but you're more excited than you are afraid.
I'm more optimistic than I think most people
optimistic.
Because again, Marvel hasn't fucked up any of these big films yet. They really haven't. And I'll tell you this. I'll really tell you this. I do think there is studio meddling with this. I think John Watts had a completely different idea to take this story. And I think they came in and said, we're going to do Spider-Verse. Well, cement pieces of Spider-Verse. And I do think it's a smart idea to bring Alfred Molina back as Doc Ock. I actually really like that. I'm not against them bringing back these other actors to play different versions of the characters they've already played. Like Electro, I actually think is a pretty cool villain in the comics and in the cartoons.
Yes.
And the way they handled him in Amazing Spider-Man 2 was absolutely not the greatest. It's not great at all. It's probably, for me, he's my least favorite Spider-Man villain. Right there with Venom from Spider-Man 3. And so I don't mind Jamie Foxx coming back. With that, I would prefer him over Rhino and Lizard, or even fucking the Goblin they did. That wasn't my favorite either. Same thing goes for Doc Ock. Alfred Molina's Doc Ock. Seeing him come back into play would be cool, and seeing how that character differs than the other ones, that's awesome. I don't mind them doing this. There are certain characters, like we were just talking about, Dafoe coming back as Goblin. Would I love to see Dafoe back as Goblin? Yes. But I gotta be honest, I also want to see someone else as Norman Osborn, because I think Norman is a character that I think many other actors could play. So that's where I'm going to say there's a lot of fun things that they can do with this. And, I want to see how they pull it off. I think that, again, we're all skeptical, but I think they've done it. They've proved themselves worthy to me. Now, if WandaVision's terrible, which I don't think it will be, then maybe I can start issuing. But I can't be nervous until they fuck up. I really, really can't.
As I was saying, I'm like you, except I'm more towards the negative side. I'm more afraid than I am enthused. I am enthused because, as you said, I agree, Marvel hasn't fucked up yet. I trust Feige. However, this feels too much. I watched your live with Griffin that unfortunately I couldn't join, and what he said to me really rang true. That I actually was excited. You saw my tweet. I tweeted it out as soon as it came out for Alfred Molina coming back as Doc Ock. I was like, cool. Awesome. The only thing I'm really not excited is about the Spider-Man coming back. But at the same time, it kind of, depending on how they bring him out, it kind of cheapens his sacrifice. Not to mention, it's not only that it cheapens that he died, but why is he a villain again? Because he has a redemption. He turns into a good guy again, which he always was. He was just a guy being manipulated. And to me, yes, I'm enthused because I love him and I love the character and how he played it, but I am afraid. And the thing that really worries me is that there was no build-up, no going into this for this result. It felt very much like this was going to be, as soon as you finish Far From Home, it feels very much this is going to be a very, very personal movie for Peter Parker. And it doesn't feel like that way anymore. Going in, I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I love it. I hope that I give this film an A+, an A++, which I've never given before. So I don't think Spider-Man 3 is going to get that great. But yeah, like you, except unfortunately, I just feel more on the negative side. I am afraid for this film. And who knows if we've seen the last of the news breaking for it. Who knows what else they're going to announce.
Let's talk about it. Daredevil, Charlie Cox, which I fully expect he won't even suit up. He'll be his lawyer. I think that's it. And I think, again, that cements small things. And that's what I hope they are. I hope there's small things playing around with this multiverse. Like, oh, shit, there's him. And if they're gonna play in the multiverse, though, it looks like they're doubling down on it. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna do Electro, let's do Doc Ock. If we're gonna do a lawyer, why are we gonna do She-Hulk? Let's get Charlie Cox back. We know he wants to come back, and I think that opens the doors for Jessica Jones to come back. I think that opens the doors for John Bernthal to come back as the Punisher. I think that opens the doors for all of them to come back. And again, this is the only thing I keep saying. All these characters are going to be different, though. They're not. I don't see them being the exact same versions. But were you the one that said, "I hope Charlie Cox comes from Tobey Maguire's universe"?
I said I think he should. Not necessarily. I hope. I don't think Charlie Cox's Daredevil fits into the MCU.
I don't either.
World.
But that's again, it could be this version's Daredevil with
True.
Charlie Cox playing.
True, but
that's how all these
I don't
characters
think it's going to be that.
I think Doc Ock will be from this universe. I think.
Oh, I don't.
You think Doc Ock's going to come from Raimi's?
Yeah.
Oh,
100%. No doubt in my mind.
No, I'll make a bet on you.
I'll make a bet as well.
I literally guarantee all of them will come from Holland.
Nope.
I'll even throw in. I think Emma Stone's comes in from Holland's too.
Emma Stone, I kind of can see, but not the villains. Specifically, not Alfred Molina.
Okay. Now, let's make a bet. I really want to make a bet. I guarantee Alfred Molina is coming from Holland's world. What are we betting? What are we betting? How about this? Whoever's right, watch us both be fucking wrong.
Yeah, true.
He comes from Garfield's world.
Exactly. He comes from a completely new one that we haven't seen yet.
That too. So let's make a bet on this. Here's the bet. If it comes from Holland's world, and this goes for either way, if I'm wrong or you're wrong, the loser has to pick one of the worst films for the other person to watch, and they have to review it.
Oh, God.
And it can't be a film they've seen already. It's a film they've either put off or haven't wanted to watch.
That's okay. I'm in. Let's do it.
Sweet. So that's the deal. So we'll know hopefully by next December.
But hang on. If we're both wrong, none of us have to do it.
Oh, I was gonna say if we're both wrong, we have to watch a guilty pleasure and review it on here.
I don't want to review Dirty Dancing, man.
No. I'll pick the guilty pleasure.
No.
We'll talk Serenity.
I think I've reviewed Serenity.
You have. So have I.
I think so, yeah.
Let's do it again.
All right. All right.
But seriously, I am really excited about this. I mean, I'm optimistic. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, but I have seen people have been like Batman or Spider-Man. Batman all the way. I mean, Batman's still my most anticipated for the next couple of years.
1,000,000%.
And even Dune, still my number one for next year. Probably Spider-Man number 2. Maybe No Time to Die. I think we need to see the marketing. I think we need to hear the plot. I think we need to see the title. I think those are the things that I wish they would have put out first. And I get it. Like all this is kind of leaking. I guarantee a lot of this they wanted to keep as a surprise. Which sucks because Toby, these names are really hard to not make a surprise, but I guarantee. And, I saw Grace Randolph, which I don't think is 100% accurate all the time, but she has gotten some stuff right. So you do have to look at some of her scoops. And she did say that there are rumors that Deadpool could be potentially coming into this film.
Oh, God.
I don't love that. I don't love that. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, yes, because it's probably gonna be a quick cameo, If it's the same thing in here, maybe. I don't think Tom Holland will be going into other worlds in this film. I think they're coming to him.
I think the film starts like in the first act and whatnot. It's him jumping through worlds, but then the main action, second and third act, it's in this world, and everyone comes.
Why do you think he'll be jumping through worlds? Just curious. Like, what would be your theory?
But
Doctor Strange sends him. I'm assuming.
Not sends him. I think it's going to be. I think you shared the tweet with me that said this, so I saw it somewhere. But so. Everyone knows he's Spider-Man, so he's got to prove that he's not Spider-Man. So he goes to Doctor Strange to get another Spider-Man. He jumps into Toby's or Andrew's world, and then all hell starts to break loose.
That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking he had to help Doctor Strange with some multiverse stuff so he could erase everyone's minds.
Or maybe he's just falls into a hole into another world. That's a portal that goes out of control because of the multiverse of madness.
Yeah. Now, Mysterio again being quote unquote dead.
Yes.
Is there any likely that we could see him, a different version of Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio, come from one of these worlds? Who actually has magic abilities?
Not the most likely thing, but I don't think it's impossible. The thing I've been saying ever since Far From Home is after Mysterio dies, we see the guy that was helping him out download something and take a pen. I think Mysterio can very well come back as a software program that takes over, as an AI that takes over the drones and whatnot and uses the technology.
But I hate that. I want actual Jake Gyllenhaal. You know what I mean?
I know, but that's impossible. He died. He took a bullet. He took a bullet, dude.
I know,
we saw it.
I
We saw. He could only come back if we didn't see him die. We saw him die.
I think he comes back from a different universe. I'm going to predict. I think he comes from Raimi's because he was going to use him for the fourth film.
Yes,
do you remember that?
Yes, but if anything, I think he fits better in Andrew's world.
He does, but I guess time will tell, man. It's going to be very interesting to see how they pull this off. And I have to ask you, do they use the score from both of the different Spider-Man films? Like, do you think Giacchino does a mix of it when they come onto the screen?
He'll probably nod to it, especially Raimi's, because I couldn't hum any point of the...
I couldn't do amazing, but I can definitely hum Raimi's.
Yes.
I mean, I would say Raimi's is probably top 2 iconic superhero scores of all time.
For sure.
I'd probably say Avengers, then that.
How dare you not
say the Dark Knight?
How dare you not say Man of Steel?
I would go Man of Steel 4th. I think Man of Steel is great. But as iconic, dude, as like super iconic, it's like a popular masses. Come on, dude. It goes Avengers, Spider-Man, and then Dark Knight.
I would put the Batman and Superman, not Man of Steel, like the original Superman,
the original,
and Burton Batman ahead of Spider-Man. Actually,
okay. So I can see that. Oh, ahead of Spider-Man, really?
I'm not saying I prefer it. I don't.
I don't know, man.
But in terms of being more iconic, I would put him ahead of Spider-Man.
Also, I would just rewatch the original Tobey Maguire one.
Of course,
the original Spider, which I haven't seen in probably 6-7 years. I've watched 2 a lot. But I haven't watched the first one in probably 6 or 7 years. Fun fact, that was my first drive-in film ever. I love that film. I was, when I was a kid, I liked it. But I remember when I was a kid, it always felt so long. And growing up now and rewatching it, I'm like, holy shit, this film flies by. He gets his powers in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Same with Green Goblin. I mean, the movie flies. Spider-Man 2 is still the ultimate Spider-Man out of that trilogy, though.
Oh, for sure.
And then Spider-Verse is the best film, still.
Second best. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Zach, are you knighting everything about Spider-Man, or are you throwing it to the dungeon?
I mean, I'm going to knight it. I'm optimistic, The only thing... for my worst thing is this movie turns out to be shit and they reboot Spider-Man again.
Or they can just say, this was a what-if movie. This was another universe.
But again, Marvel hasn't fucked up yet. They haven't.
True.
So again, I can't. If this was Sony, if Sony was making this movie, I would.
Which they are.
Yeah, they are. But Kevin Feige has his hands in it. That's why I don't think Garfield would have came back. I really don't think Garfield would have came back. I don't think Toby would have came back if it wasn't with Marvel Studios. Toby's more for money. He just wants fucking money. I love Tobey Maguire, but that's just how he is.
Acting is the job, man. You got to pay rent.
But Garfield-wise, him and Sony didn't have a good falling out. I really believe he's only coming back because it's Kevin Feige and it's the MCU. And he knows I trust him. I'm sure he watches these films. I know him and Tom have a good relationship. I think that's something to really look forward to.
I can only hope, man. I'm not sending this to the dungeon, but I'm not knighting it either. I'm sending it back and come back to me because I'm still very conflicted about it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, the DC TV show is here.
Hey.
Thanks for
Hey,
being
there's a lot
here,
of good
man.
people in the chat. There's a lot of
Get
good
to
people
the
in the
film
chat.
score. Jacob Hubbard, Newt, James is here.
Christian.
Ballin the Hobbit. That's a cool name, Ballin the Hobbit. Yeah, Tyler Van, Christian.
Guys,
Yeah,
my Lord of the
Patrick Burrow.
Oh, just so everyone knows, thank you so everyone for telling me that there was restocks for the Lord of the Rings Steelbook. Luckily, so I contacted Best Buy. They said they couldn't find it at all. They're like, it's lost. So then I contacted FedEx saying, this is bullshit. Come on. Where the fuck is this thing? And they're like, we don't know. You'll have to reach out to Best Buy. Tell me why that same exact day I get a tracking number for my Steelbooks.
Oh my God.
But Best Buy refunded me the money. So, yeah. That's a thing.
All right. We're glitching. All right.
I think so.
Let's
Just
move
a little
on
bit. Also, just so everyone
to-
knows, I will be doing the giveaway for Lord of the Rings, I think, the next podcast episode, right before Christmas.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to our final topic, our main topic today. Something I'm not conflicted about. Yes. Something I'm not conflicted about whatsoever, and that is the Montreal. Oh, I was going back to the real thing. That is the Warner Brothers Screwjob. That is the Warner Brothers announced that all their 2021 releases are going directly to HBO Max and theaters. Now, while they are going to HBO Max and theaters, they are only going to be on HBO Max on the first month that they release. So after a month, they get out of HBO Max, and I don't know what else they do with it.
Oh, he left. Oh, God. Oh, he's back.
Here we go.
Oh, there you're back.
I'm back. And it's just being brought up by the DC TV show. Christopher Nolan just completely shat on Warner Brothers by the decision, not only by the decision, but how they went about it, because they didn't contact any of the filmmakers, any of the cast. The only film they tried right, let's say that, was Wonder Woman 1984. And a lot of talent that is in the house of Warner Brothers is pissed. The representatives, companies that they work with, that they have a partnership with, a long-standing partnership with, such as Legendary, just sent legal letters. They're taking legal action towards Warner Brothers. This is, out of all the things that happened in 2020, Zach, within the realm of Hollywood, which is our thing, the thing we talk about, this is, I gotta say, it's the great fuck up of 2020. It's this thing. Came right at the end of the year. Well, now that we've had time to gestate over it, how are you feeling about this? How has your opinion and reaction to this evolved or regressed even since last week when we talked about the channel?
I still feel the exact same way we talked about it last week. Again, I think there's one way to fix it, and that's 1 month in theaters. The rest after that, HBO Max, because for me it makes 0 sense for how this supports theaters. It doesn't support theaters, and I get the idea that people are like, well, you can go see it in streaming, or you can also go see it in theaters. It's up to you which one you want to support. Well, here's the thing, like, I would prefer to see it on a theater, no matter what the film is. I don't care if it's Mamma Mia 3. I'd probably prefer to see that in theaters than on HBO Max. But my issue with this whole thing is, you know, in this space that we're in, this is, you know, a first world problem. It's a race. If you don't get a screener, it's a race to get it up first. I mean, that sucks. That sucks to say, but that's truly what it is. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy waking up at 1 a.m. every single week to watch The Mandalorian, and I'm going to do the same exact thing for WandaVision. But here's the thing. I fucking hate doing that. And if those were in theaters, I would hate doing it even more. Because what am I going to be doing this Christmas Eve? I'm going to stay up till 1 a.m. and watch Wonder Woman 1984, which is not a bad thing to stay awake for. Not at all.
True. And at least it's the only movie you have to catch up on Christmas, because luckily...
There's also a rumor going around now that there could be another film dropping. Which, what if it's Mortal Kombat? I don't think it will be, but it could. For all we know, dude, they're super reactionary. You never know.
I don't buy it. Man.
What if it was?
If anything, Mortal Kombat is dropping on Valentine's Day. You ask me why? Because just fits. Valentine's Day, Mortal Kombat.
It's still they never actually took the date off January.
Yeah, but you know it's off January. Come on.
I don't know. But, you know, overall, I hate the idea. I don't think it supports theaters. I actually think it's a big slap in the face to theaters.
It is, and the way they went about it, I think, is extremely unprofessional. And Deep into Film Scores talking about it. Eric Thorpe, DC TV show. Nolan went after them, man, and rightfully so. Everything he said is like, yeah, he's throwing shade, but he's also telling the truth. You know, it's just mere facts. Like, think about this. You want to go on a date with someone, and you're gonna ask that person out. How do you what do you think is the best way to get them to go out with you? It's saying, hey, let's go to a movie in the theater and grab dinner, or do you think it's, hey, let's go watch a movie at my house? It's not going to happen if you're asking to go watch a movie at your house,
especially if it's your first time.
Exactly. On the first, you're not going to ask anyone to come over to your house. That just is very creepy, and they kind of get what you want to go to your house for. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work in any way. Going to the movies, going out for that experience with friends, with a date, whatever, it's almost a ritual to us, you know. It's almost a celebration of the fact that theaters exist. And luckily, I'm going back to theaters next week to watch Wonder Woman 1984 on the 16th. I'm super happy. So it's
also,
it's
why are they releasing it a week early everywhere else? And like, why not do theaters next week too? Like, out here, like, it makes zero sense. Now, I always get that, like, everywhere else around the world usually gets it 3 days beforehand, you know, but that's a full fucking week.
Yeah,
that's a full week. You know, I don't want to be spoiled on that thing. I've stayed away from a majority of the plot line already.
But you already know more than I do.
Yes, and that's the thing. Like, I still don't know anything, like, as much as I should. It's just dumb. It's just dumb, man. I'm so tired of, like, and you know, James Gunn, Denis, and I'm sure there are many others who are pissed about this, who aren't saying anything. The DGA's pissed.
Yeah, the DGA is considering taking off Warner Brothers. That's something we haven't mentioned. Thank you for.
They were calling them former brothers. People were calling them former, like, colleagues were.
Yeah.
Nolan that came in, and I gotta be honest. I
just love that name, man.
Like, Griffin was saying to me that he thinks Nolan will reform their friendship. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think Nolan takes
so eventually.
Really? Yeah. You think all of them? What if they don't reverse this deal, though? What if they don't reverse the deal?
I'm not saying all of them, but I'm Nolan. Yes, I think. And I'm not saying. Am I saying it happens in this next year? No, I'm not. But 2-3 years? Yeah. I think so.
I don't. I think Sony snatches him up.
Sony. You know who I think
or
should
Searchlight.
Snatch him up? I think Searchlight or even Paramount should snatch him up, because
Paramount would be a good.
Paramount needs more auteur or franchise stuff, because they're in the dumps, man. They're in the dumps.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that. And that's why I say Quiet Place 2 is going to Netflix.
I saw it in the theater.
Paramount Plus. They have a Paramount Plus. I keep forgetting they have that.
Yeah, true. I saw it in the theater, so I don't mind.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm just, you know, I'm very much. I'm just sitting here, and it's like every day. The last week has pretty much just been directors talking shit about it, and HBO Max saying the same thing. I really think they need to reverse some part of this deal, though. And Legendary suing them is a big thing. Now, I didn't know they financed 75% of Godzilla and Dune.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that they did 75%, I don't think those two go to HBO Max now. Unless Warner Brothers wants to pay them out.
Yeah.
True. Do you think Warner Brothers is really going to hand out, probably $250 or more for Dune, and then probably another $250 or more for Godzilla?
I think they're going to try and negotiate, but I think Legendary is going to be like, nope, that's not enough. And they're going to reach a price that they're like, yeah, we're not paying any more than that. And so Legendary will
honestly,
win.
And that's the honest thing for this. And maybe we still could see Godzilla versus Kong debut on Netflix. We could still see that happen. Mm-hmm. Could Dune end up leaving Warner Brothers faction?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that works. You know, I'm really curious to see how that all turns out. Weird. At this point, nothing surprises me. Anything could happen.
Yeah, we've seen so much stuff this year. I won't be surprised by anything.
Mhm.
As I mentioned when we started the topic, Zach, I'm not conflicted about this whatsoever. This is
Mhm.
getting the biggest possible dungeon I've ever given, and I probably ever give um, in this show. So yeah, former bros, you did wrong, man. Somebody fucked up. A lot of people fucked up because you didn't tell anyone, um, anyone what you were about to do, and so you betrayed your talent. How about you, Zach? How are you feeling?
I mean, I have seen I see the pros in this. I can't say I don't see all the pros in it, but I see this would have worked if they would have taken their time with it. It
Hmm.
shows how reactionary they are. It seems like one person came in and said, let's do this for just next year. I really think that's what someone came in. They said that, and it was probably an investment meeting. They're like, fuck it, let's just do it.
Hmm.
HBO Max will grow. We'll lose some money, but HBO Max will grow to what it could be. And HBO Max will probably be a giant fighter in the play, you know? So,
Yeah.
you look at that. I get the pros that some people who are afraid to go to the theaters will be able to see these films. I think that's awesome. I just fully believe they should have gone to theaters for the first 2 weeks, the first month, whatever. And then after that, if they still want to play in theaters, they can, but they're going to go straight to streaming after that. And
Yeah.
that gives the thing. If you want to see the movie early, you go to the theaters to see it early. If you don't give a fuck to see it early, you wait a week, you wait 2 weeks, you wait a month, and then you can watch it. I mean, is it that
Amen.
hard, Ren? Like, would you night it if it was that? Would you night it if it was that? Just for
I
next year. Like, if they said just for next year, this is how it's going to work, just because of everything going about.
Given how everything is going about right now, like vaccine wise, I would still probably give it a dungeon, just not as big and as infuriating. Because I'd
Okay.
still think it was a bad decision, but just not as bad.
And let me just throw this out. I'm more saying this for the United States because we just had 3,000 people
Yes.
die just yesterday
Yeah.
from COVID.
Also, speaking of which, I think the Wonder Woman is coming out earlier over here because nobody else has HBO Max.
Okay. I'm going to
So,
predict right now. I don't
which is
think you like
another
the
which is
film.
another
I'm going to
reason
predict
why
it. I don't think you like it.
you don't think I'll like it.
I think you'll think it's fine or like
Oh
good.
man,
I don't think you'll love it. Do you love
I
the
really
original
like.
Wonder Woman?
I really like it. I don't love it.
I think you're going to like this movie. I don't think you're going to love it or really like it.
I
That's just
haven't loved
my
the trailers.
I and this is me not really knowing much about it. I got a gut feeling for you.
All right. I actually don't have a gut feeling either way. So, all right, everyone. Before we move on to your live questions, start throwing them in the comments. Remember that you can also support the show by doing a super chat or sharing with your friends. Grow the numbers of everyone watching live, grow the numbers of people subscribed to the channel, all that jazz. And remember, I have something to show you. Let me just get off camera for a sec because you now can buy your Ren Geekness merch on Redbubble and TeePublic. Those links are in the description as well. You can get a hoodie just like this one, which is very warm and cozy, and I'm going to take back home when I fly back home tomorrow. All right, before we go into questions, Zach, give me the quick fire topics we got today.
Okay, let me bring it up. Sorry, I thought breaking news was coming up. That's why I was looking at something. That Murphy guy posted something, so I don't know if it's about the Disney thing or if it's something else. So I'll keep looking. All right, so rapid fire. First look at Kate Bishop. Looks fantastic.
She's
Holy
looking
shit.
great, man. She's looking great.
I love the run that they're obviously doing from the comics for Hawkeye.
Matt
But let me
Fraction,
say
baby.
this. If it wasn't for Moon Knight, I think this would be my most excited show.
Oh, really? I've
Yeah.
always been excited for this show, but it's not my most anticipated.
What's your most anticipated besides Moon Knight?
What if?
Seriously, still?
Yes, 1,000,000%. I
I think the
love
first
what if
season's gonna.
scenarios.
I think I love them too, but I think the first season's gonna be good. I think the second season's when they're gonna go fucking weird, and that's when I'm
Yeah,
excited.
I told you
So,
that. That's what I expect,
mhm.
and I'm all in for it.
Awesome. Next thing, Nicolas Cage's new show where he gives the origin story for curse words.
Dude, The news came out yesterday. The trailer came out yesterday. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited to talk
Yeah.
about pussy and bitch and shit and fuck and all those words. It's gonna be amazing.
Fucking love it. Throwing in the next one, The Northman, almost done filming. This is the guy who did The Lighthouses, Robert Eggers' newest film. Crazy that we're gonna get this next year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, I think we will. Well, I'm assuming it's A24. A24 still backed up. They got the Green Knight still.
Yeah.
They have Saint Maud still has not come out here at all. So,
Sorry.
did you like it? I forgot. Did you like
I
it?
liked it. I don't love it. I have a lot of DC TV show who was here. I don't know if
He loved it. I remember.
One of his favorites, if not his favorite of the
What
year.
do you think?
I like it.
You think I'll like it?
I think you'll love it. I think it's
Really?
right up your alley. Yeah.
Now, do you think my girlfriend would love it? She hated Hereditary. Remember that.
Nah, this is a good movie. This is a really good movie.
She'll like it. You think she'll like it?
You know what? I'm going to say she's going to be lukewarm on it.
Okay.
She'll think it's all right.
Okay, because like she's hated Relic, she hated Hereditary. She loved Midsummer though. She loved Midsummer.
I think she's going to be lukewarm on this one.
Okay.
If anything, she'll love the ending.
Okay. High Republic animated show.
Give it to me, baby.
Probably
Give it to me right now.
I guarantee it's getting announced today. I think we're getting all those announcements. I think we're getting Ahsoka officially. I think this is the official. Can we take predictions real fast, Ren? What do we think is going to get announced?
We got a question about that to predict.
Oh, did we? Okay, so we'll wait. And then the final topic, which I'm knighting the biggest of knights, is Oscar Isaac as Solid Snake. I'd grab my Solid Snake collection down here, but it's too far down. I'm going to start off with this. You sent me that, and I think you knew I was going to be excited because I love Oscar Isaac. But this is a thing. Deep down, I fucking love Metal Gear Solid so fucking much. And the fact that Oscar Isaac is going to be playing Solid Snake is like a fucking solid choice. I love Oscar Isaac so much. Like, he is one of the best actors working today. I still have not watched Inside Llewyn Davis, or maybe I have. I own it and I need to see it, but Ex Machina, every time I want to, I go back and watch that dancing scene. I'm like, this guy embodies everything what an actor should right now. He can be charismatic, he can be charming, he can be fucking scary, he can be intense. He is one of the best actors working today, and for an actor to bring Solid Snake to life, this is it. I will say, still skeptical on how the hell they will make a movie work out of this. I think visually, Jordan or Robert Voight or whatever has it down. I think he has the visual down. It's the script that I have no idea how he's going to pull this film off, because this is a movie that would probably work better as a show. 100%, because the games, each game, I would say, especially the later ones, are over 45 to 60 hours or even longer than that. And that's all story. That's not side shit. That's all story. And the big thing is making this appeal to the public mass. I have no idea how you do that, because I have no idea. So I don't envy anyone who has to write the script.
I'm excited for Oscar Isaac. I'm completely different to the fact that it's Metal Gear. It was never a game that appealed to me. Not that I've tried it. I can only tell like by the trailers, and just never felt the urge to try it out. But I'm excited because it's Oscar Isaac, man. I'll always be excited for anything he does. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to your live question. Let's start with one that only Zach will be able to answer. We talked. I told him this right before we started the show,
but I knew someone would ask it.
Deep to the film score. Thoughts on the Cobra Kai trailer? Can you talk about the trailer? Zach, have you seen the trailer? Can you talk about it? What do you think?
I actually watched the trailer yesterday after I got off work. And for people who don't know, I watched the first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai for the first time this year. Loved them. Super sad that I thought it was coming out this year. That's why I binged them real fast. I'm super excited for this. I mean, what a great way to start the year in January when it comes out. I did request the screeners. I know people have actually already seen season 3.
Wow.
Which is why I requested it.
I got a screener for the Nicolas Cage show now that you bring that up.
Which one?
For the Nicolas Cage show.
Oh, is that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? It is?
Yeah, but it's not being shown on the media center.
That's weird. Anyways, Cobra Kai, love the trailer. It's exactly what I wanted it to be, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. I'm happy it already got a season 4 renewal.
All right. Today at 1:30, that's 9:30 p.m. for me. They're announcing Marvel projects. Jacob Hubbard is here. Dominic Scott, Christian Eulenberg, Patrick Burrows here. Here we go, Zach. Deep to the film score. What projects for Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney do you want to be announced? Tell me three of each. I'm going to tell you three. One of each.
Well, don't forget Pixar. Pixar's a big thing. They're also talking Pixar films.
Pixar, yeah, true. I don't think they're going to announce anything.
This is a 4-hour thing.
True. I don't think they're going to announce anything new, Pixar, but they're going to talk about what they have already announced.
I think they will.
Okay.
I think so. All we know is next year's Pixar film. We don't know anything past that. We know Untitled ones. I think one of them's a sequel. I think one of them will be a sequel to I don't know what. I don't know who. I just think it's going to be a sequel to one of the major things. I wouldn't be surprised if it's The Incredibles. I wouldn't be surprised if it's The Incredibles 2.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is what they're going to do. They're going to do like 2-3 new ones sequel. 2-3 new ones sequel. That's kind of how it seems lately. But again, I could be wrong. I guess we'll see. The thing that I think a lot of us need to remember, though, is that a lot of this thing will be all about streaming. So they're probably going to talk about that Monsters at Work show. I wouldn't be surprised if we got another Pixar show that gets announced. Disney-wise, I know that we're getting the Lin-Manuel Miranda animated film next year that's coming out. We'll probably give some more details about Raya
and the Last Dragon, yeah.
Which coming out in March.
Yeah.
Could it go to streaming?
God, no. Don't do that.
You can't say that, though. You can't say that now.
I'm saying I don't want it.
I don't want it either, but you don't know.
And there we go.
I think we also get an announcement of something new from that. Star Wars-wise, Ahsoka Tano series. I think that'll be the Rebels sequel series will be officially announced. High Republic animated series, I think, officially announced. Bad Batch was already officially announced, or is it still
first
just
look?
Maybe
first look.
I think we're gonna get some trailers
maybe.
too. I think we get a new WandaVision trailer today. But
that would be cool.
Yeah, I think we get a WandaVision trailer 100%. But yes,
do you think we get an update on Falcon and Winter Soldier? Because when they stopped back in March, when the Global Bastard first hit, they had less than 2 weeks left to shoot. And up until now, things have kind of started back up. Like a lot of productions have restarted.
I think they're done filming.
They have finished the show, and we will get an update and a date for it.
I'm going to tell you right now. I think we do get a date for it. Okay. Maybe. So let me finish Star Wars, then I'll jump into Marvel.
Yeah.
Star Wars wise, I think we also get gut feeling Old Republic. I think we get some details on Taika's movie. Maybe it's that. I don't know. Marvel-wise, I think yes. I think Winter Soldier and Falcon we find out about. I think Loki we get a date for as well. I think we get a date for actually a lot of these, or at least like an estimated time. Like even Obi-Wan, Cassian. I think that cements what people can start looking forward to. Marvel-wise, I think they detail Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye. What If as well. But also throwing in, I think we know that we're going to get their next lineup. I think we get a release date for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think we get a release date for I'm trying to think what else. Ant-Man 2. I think we get confirmation. I think we even get 3. Ren, I think we even get titles for some of these.
Ooh. You think?
And I'm going to tell you right now, Black Panther 2 is going to be a discussion, I think.
Do you think they announce
the recast?
Yeah. I feel it would, like, I personally wouldn't be angry or mad or anything if they do, but I do think, okay, you don't need to do that now. If anything, they just need to tell us what they're going to do.
I think they tell us what they're going to do, but I think
Okay.
whoever is recasted has already been told.
Yes, I completely believe
Because
that,
the film goes into production in less than 6 months from now.
Yeah.
And that's actual production filming. I'm not saying table reads and shit like that.
Yeah,
So,
not pre-production, production shooting.
So I don't think they announce it. I will be honest though, I think they're gonna keep it very. Maybe they don't talk about it because I think I think they're gonna at least say that if they're doing it or not, because
Okay.
I think that needs to prep people for what they're gonna do. I also think if they can't, because I think they're probably gonna be the ones that want to announce it. They're gonna be the ones that want. They don't want the Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, or anyone else coming out about it.
Yeah.
Which is usually what happens. So I'm going to say probably, I think in January or February we find out. But right now, I think they're just going to announce what's going on.
All right. Jacob Hubbard asks, okay, so there is so many people in the movie. I'm guessing we're talking Spider-Man. Who is the main villain? Honestly, I have a good feeling it's either Electro or a returning Vulture.
Okay. I have mine.
Go ahead.
I think it's Electro and Scorpion.
Okay.
Or vice versa, Scorpion and Kraven.
Alrighty. Jacob Hubbard, you think we could possibly see Tom Hardy in a mid-credit scene? Do I think it's possible? Yes. Do I hope it happens? God, no.
I'll say this. I don't think he shows up at all in this film. But Tom Holland is very heavily rumored to be in the next Venom as a cameo. He filmed a scene for the first one. And then Kevin Feige said, fuck no.
Continue saying that, Feige, please. Do not mix those two together. All right, the film score.
I've been saying this. Make that Venom world Garfield's world. Just say that's Garfield's world.
Just keep them separate as they are. Boom, baby.
No, I'm just saying if you want to use a Spider-Man, just use Garfield. Just fucking use Garfield. Throw him in there.
Don't. You just started by not using it. Commit to not using a Spider-Man.
They don't care.
I don't. I don't get what's so hard about. Yes, if you want to put it in the cinematic universe, put it, but do it from the beginning. Jesus Christ, it annoys me.
They tried. Kevin Feige said no.
Deep to the film score. Top 5 worst Marvel and DC TV shows. Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is shit. Birds of Prey. I don't mind the Birds of Prey show, but
Birds of Prey isn't a show though.
It is 2002. Yeah. Hellstrom finished after 2 episodes, so I gotta agree. Inhumans, it's a bad show. I didn't think it was as bad as people said. Powerless, never even watched it. What else? I don't like Black Lightning, but I wouldn't put it like on the top 5 worst shows. What else? Yeah, I don't remember. Titans, I guess, from what I saw. I would put it there. But yeah, that's me. All right. Jacob Hubbard, don't forget everyone knows Peter is Spider-Man. So in this movie, how will that be played out? He goes and asks for help from either Daredevil or Doctor Strange or the other Spider-Man.
I think he'll be on the run. I think he'll be on the run a majority of this film. Like it's I think this film's going to be consistently going.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tyler Van, our good old friend. Hey guys.
Hey, breaking news. Songbird reviews are officially out. This is the COVID-19 film. One person said Songbird was a delightful surprise that I thoroughly enjoyed. It's Romeo and Juliet meets a pandemic. But I've also heard, let's go look up some more because that's only one.
Did not expect that.
No. Hollywood's first COVID thriller, 3 out of 5, The Guardian.
Damn.
David Ehrlich says Songbird, conceived, written, and shot during the pandemic. A Purge-like action movie about COVID-23 produced by Michael Bay, Richard Jewell. Oh, starring Hot Archie, Demi Moore, and Richard Jewell. Fucking terrible. Songbird can't be saved by a solid production quality or world building as the film crafts a confusing identity somewhere between an apocalyptic thriller and modern parody. The morals behind the film and how it villainizes the efforts against COVID are also beyond questionable. Songbird is
right.
a fantastic movie. It kept me consistently on edge with incredibly tense atmosphere, fast pacing, and well executed premises.
All right, everyone, let's move on. I don't want to know any more, Zach, because I'm going to review it tomorrow or
Oh, you are? I
Saturday.
thought you weren't reviewing it. Sorry.
Oh, I am
Sorry.
for sure.
Oh, see, I
No
refuse to.
worries.
I'm not fucking.
Hey guys, hope you're well. What do you think about Lovely Bones, directed by Peter Jackson? Underrated, in my opinion. Zach, do you have thoughts on Lovely Bones?
I like it. Don't love it.
All right, never seen it myself, so I can't comment. Jacob Hubbard, why would they come from Holland? Oh, this is about what you said about the villains coming from Holland's world. They should come from their original universe, which I agree.
They're dead in their original universes.
Title predictions. I
Homefront Assault.
Homefront. I don't know. Far Away from Home. That's the title they just gave the second one, so that's stupid. I don't know, man. Home Run. Home and Away.
Up and away. Go, Web, go.
Shazam. DBZ film score. Favorite type of food? A good steak or pizza?
Anything that has syrup on it.
Anything that has meat on it. Protein.
Dick. I thought
I'm not censoring it.
I thought we were naming what we. Okay. I thought that's what you wanted. Sorry, I was just throwing out the obvious.
Jacob Hubbard, dinner and a movie is top 3 date ritual. Aha, that's where you're wrong, my friend. Do the following thing, and you will have your life figured out. Not dinner and a movie and dinner. Because if you go on a first date to dinner and a movie, it will be very awkward. You barely have anything to talk about. If you go to the movie first, you get a shared experience. You get to watch the movie together, and then you go to dinner and you get to discuss the movie, and then the conversation just flows from there. So movie first, dinner after. I might have plans similar to that for the next few weeks. So,
I'll leave it at details on the news.
No, my friend.
Why?
I'll tell you after the show is done. I'm not.
It sounds very nice. Sounds very nice.
Thank you. Yaxamas. Real James Zengeran, you had to throw that in your American friends' faces. I did, man. I can't resist. I can't resist it whenever I get the opportunity. Zach Goller asks, would you guys rather fight 100 Ahsoka Tano-sized Doomsdays or one Doomsday-sized Ahsoka Tano? Oh, one Doomsday-sized Ahsoka Tano. It's still Ahsoka Tano, whereas the other 100 are Doomsday, so you can't kill it.
Yep.
Where are we? More questions. Top 5 favorite Marvel and DC shows. For him, it's Swamp Thing, Punisher, Arrow, Doom Patrol, and Daredevil. Number 1 for me is Daredevil. Arrow would come in second. Flash would come in third. Then Jessica Jones. Then Punisher.
Daredevil's my number 1. I'll just throw it out there. I'd have to really think about the others, though.
Yeah, he's my number 1. That's for sure. Where is it? Okay. The Witch is overrated. How dare you, sir? That is a masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece.
Of
if you see in my background right here, I have Black Phillip.
Oh, that's right. There he is. Those yellow eyes. Tyler Van, one modern director who I think is underrated is Dexter Fletcher. He made Eddie the Eagle, Rocketman, and finished up Bohemian Rhapsody after Bryan Singer left. It is kind of true. He is, but he hasn't done a lot of stuff. One director that I think is underrated is what's his face? He just directed Do you have anyone who you think is underrated as a director, Zach?
Oh man, I think Patty Jenkins. I don't know how she's only directed 3 films.
True.
I Nicholas Winding Refn, man. I don't think a lot of people talk about him enough. I really like
I don't
him.
think it's because he's underrated. I think it's because he's an acquired taste.
You're an acquired taste.
Also true, but unrelated.
Not unrelated.
You know
Just
what?
always true.
I think Thomas Vinterberg, who directed the 2012's The Hunt and now Another Round, is a
Yeah.
very underrated director. Now,
Another Round, one of the
granted,
best
he's
films of this year.
international and he's not. It is. Jacob Hubbard, give me Moana 2. I agree, and there are strong rumors that they're announcing something Moana related today, whether it's a sequel,
be
a
a show.
prequel, a show.
I think it's gonna be a show.
Thoughts on the new Superman suit for the CW verse? I think it looks really good.
Same. I think I actually might watch this show, Ren.
Ooh, my God! Zach is gonna watch the CW show. He's gonna fall into the black hole of CW shows. He's gonna start watching them all. Restart the Flash. Restart the Flash. Yes.
No. I heard he's in like prison now, or he has a lawyer or something.
Who?
Flash or something. I don't know. I thought I was reading something.
No. Star Wars wise, I think they're going to talk about a bit about the next trilogy, and officially, if it isn't already announced, the director for the first movie and its theme era. I don't think so, honestly. I think it's a little bit too early for that, or even if they do say that, it's not going to come out until like at the earliest 2025.
Oh, you know what we haven't talked about? Are they going to show anything for Avatar?
Oh yeah, I don't care.
I think they will. I love Avatar.
Zach Goller asks, I really want Black Panther 2 to have Namor as the villain. I love the Underwater Realms and Introduction to the Mutants. Don't count on it, because I'll tell you why not. Not that I wouldn't want to see it, but Black Panther 2 was in this early stages already, way before Marvel bought Fox. So if they were to rewrite it to include the mutants, they couldn't like do that in such a short time and start production early next year when they're going to start production.
Namor's
so I don't think that that happens. Namor, yes, but they're not going to make him a mutant, or at least they're not going to mention it.
No, I don't think. I'm going to be honest. I think the mutants come from the multiverse.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think it's way too overcomplicated to just introduce them.
You want to make another bet?
No, just one bet per episode is good, sir.
Okay. Because you know I'm going to win.
Christian is saying Sora in Smash Bros. I know they were going to announce something Smash Bros, but I don't know who Sora is.
He's from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, the only Sora I know is a girl from Digimon. Worst Tom Cruise performance. I know mine. Do you have one, Zach?
The Mummy? I think that's my least favorite.
Mine is Far and Away, a film that he did in the 90s. Nicole Kidman is also in it, and he plays an Irish guy, and he does the most in and out Irish accent I have ever heard in a movie, my friends. So yes, that is the one.
More details just came out about Spider-Man.
Oh shit!
So one of the guys who's like very knowledgeable, someone said, with all the rumors about Spider-Man 3 this week, is this truly the movie John Watts wanted to make following Far From Home, or is it a lot of studio meddling? The guy adds in, Kraven, Scorpion, and Daredevil are exactly what John Watts wanted to push for and bring in with Kevin Feige's backing. As far as I know, the first two are in the film, definitely. The Spider-Verse stuff definitely seems like a Sony movie, no matter the size of the roles in the actual movie that they're planning for.
True.
So,
yeah, so we were right. Eric Thorpe asks, will Songbird win Best Picture? They like movies that are topical at the Oscars. That's true, but
Probably.
they also like movies about Hollywood. So Mank is probably winning Best Picture.
And Mank's a great movie. Stop slandering it.
It is. It is. Favorite Tom Hanks performance? That's a good question. How do you not say Saving Private Ryan or you know what? This is a very obvious one, but the last 5 minutes of Captain Phillips alone when he gets rescued, my God.
Yeah.
Um,
Good pick.
yeah, Philadelphia as well. How about you, Zach? Do you have any others in mind?
I mean, Toy Story.
Other than Toy Story, it's in the question, man.
Fuck, I don't know. I'll say Big, since no one else said Big.
The film score. Why is Quest on Infinite Earths important to the DC universe? I think it's because it's the first multiverse event. Yeah, you just answered it. It's exactly because of that. And you travel through the multiverse. You get a lot of versions of several heroes, so it's always fun. That's why it's called an event. Christian Eulenberg talking about oh wait, Eminence Scott. What if Topher Grace comes back as Eddie Venom? Him and Tom Hardy face off. That would be awesome and so funny. I think it would just be a punch and Tom Hardy wins.
Yeah.
It would be that easy. Christian Eulenberg, Spider-Man dude, where's my home? Yeah, the one, the image you sent to me, or I sent to you that Chris Parker shared yesterday. What if Bryce Dallas Howard reprised her Gwen Stacy role?
No.
She was a character in Spider-Man 3. I wouldn't mind it, but why two Gwen Stacy's? Just do one and do it if you have something interesting to do with her. Thoughts on Dexter, Zach?
The show?
Yeah, I guess.
I love it. I just hated the last season, so thank God we're getting a new season.
All right. Spider-Man Home for the Holidays. Spider-Man Stay at Home. So the year is wrapping up and it means time to top 10 best and top 10 worst. So do I need to see Promising Young Woman? Just saw the commercials is why I ask. Yes, you should definitely wait to see that film because it most likely will be. I just recorded my review, which I can't release until the 14th.
My
so
review's
look out. Yes, but you're a bitch. I'm kidding. I love you. There's an embargo on my review until the 14th. So on Monday, next Monday, or rather Sunday at midnight, you will have my review up on my channel. I'm going to schedule it. I'm going to edit it through this week. I wanted to record it while I have this set and I'm not back home. But look out for that.
I'll say this: it's my top 5 favorite films of the year.
Yeah, I agree with that. Eric Thorpe, why do you not care, Ren? Avatar is amazing. I think it is. I love Avatar. But right now I don't care. I kind of just want give me a trailer, like a full trailer, and then I'll be on. Like right now, I just don't care. That's a really awesome poster.
It's a screener.
Oh, nice.
I just dropped off my leg.
What actress could be a good Black Cat? Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney would be an amazing Black Cat.
Yeah, she would.
She would be an amazing anything. She would be an amazing girlfriend, I bet. I'm going off topic.
Is that who you're going to get dinner with in a movie?
I wish. Deep to the film score. Do you want Bryan Cranston for Professor X and Giancarlo Esposito as Magneto? Who do you want if not? Yeah, those are good choices. I'm not married to either of them, but those are good. I would love to see them in those roles or in any other. How about you, Zach?
Do you want Bryan Cranston for Professor X and Giancarlo Esposito's? I wouldn't mind it.
All right. Jacob Hubbard compensating for last week's mistake that I was messing with him about it. Video Game Awards predictions. Any new announcements or winners? Both Ren and Zach's thoughts. Don't forget Ren. Thank you so much.
If The Last of Us doesn't win, I'm fucking throwing a fit. That's what I'll tell you right now.
I agree. My video games of 2020 that I've played is very limited, but I can agree to that. Give me a trailer for God of War, man. Give me a teaser for God of War, please. Please.
I don't think we get anything for God of War.
Damn it.
I know. I'm sorry. I think we do get the official rumored Silent Hill trailer. I think that is the big thing. I think we'll finally find out that Kojima is doing it. I'm going to throw something outside the box. Christopher Nolan's a presenter there. I won't be shocked if he announces he's working on a game.
Or in a video game adaptation.
That too. Could you imagine? Oh, fuck. Tenet, dude. Oh, fuck, man. I would play the fuck out of that.
Same.
I wouldn't be surprised, though. I think that's his next space he hasn't touched in, and I think he would actually be... He likes immersive stuff. So this generation of gaming is all about that. So
that's kind of that kind of makes me afraid because he's probably if he does something, it'd probably be something VR.
I don't think he'll. Well, that's the thing. I think he'll do. You think Nolan would do horror? Did you say horror?
VR.
Oh, VR. Oh, I hope to God not. I hope to God not.
Same, dude. I don't have it. I have no interest in having a VR. So
it's just too much money for me to spend on a VR headset.
Zach Guller, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is winning Best Picture. You have seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom? They haven't given me a screener.
It's in theaters right now. People can watch it in theaters right now.
Fine.
Songbird has 25%.
Woo! Woo! Where are we? I was just video games now. Okay, here we are. Spider-Man Home Alone, Spider-Man Home, Spider-Man Homeward Bound, Spider-Man Homeless, Spider-Man Too Many Homes. That's one I'm throwing in there. What is your favorite streaming service? Mine is Hulu. Mine is Disney Plus. The library is just amazing. I grew up with that library, so I'm more emotionally attached to that. But also, Netflix gets second place. But I don't have Hulu, so I don't know. How about you, Zach? Do you have a favorite?
Favorite streaming service? HBO Max. Or Netflix.
Alrighty, let me just check something before I move on to the next question. Yes, okay. Dominican Scott, who is your favorite character in Street Fighter? Mine is Cammy because I like how she looks. She looks great, but mine is Akuma. He's the best character.
Akuma or Gully?
All right. The Mandalorian has made Disney Plus my favorite. Can't think of a streaming exclusive show that's better. HBO shows I'm not counting as HBO Max exclusives because they're not really. Either that or The Boys. Best in the Arrowverse, mine is Roy's and the season 4 Arrow suit. Love it, don't care. Don't like the season at all. It is the best suit they've ever had in the show. Do you have anything to add, Zach?
Nah.
Okay. What are some of your worst Best Picture winners? That's a great question. That's a really good question. Worst Best Picture winners.
Are you gonna say Moonlight because La La Land should have won?
You know what? I actually am because Moonlight wouldn't even be my number 2 to win Best Picture. I would give it to Arrival before giving it to Moonlight. I would give it to Hacksaw Ridge before giving it to Moonlight. Slumdog Millionaire is one for me. The English Patient is another one for me.
King's Speech for me. Same with Hurt Locker. I wouldn't have given it to the Hurt Locker either.
Crash for sure is one. I know that's the cliched answer, but it is true. What else?
What about Green Book? Everyone doesn't like Green Book.
I fucking love Green Book. I don't care what anyone says.
Same.
All right. Jacob Hubbard, you guys Office is Netflix? No, because the other here is on Amazon Prime. It's not leaving. Haha. How about you, Zach? Are you sad?
No, because I'll just go buy it physically,
True. That's the
or
smart way to
I
go.
just get the Peacock app. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, true. There's a free version for that, so
yeah.
excited for The Conjuring 3? No.
No.
Not right now.
I hope it's
Not
good.
right now.
Hope it's good.
Eric Thorpe, Ren and Zach, what should I do in my day? Live. Live life to the fullest, my friend. Go out, grab lunch, have your cheat meal today. Make today, Thursday, your cheat meal and live like there's no tomorrow as long as you don't hurt anyone. Be happy, my friend.
I couldn't have said it any better. So,
Right. Hey, Deep to Film Score. Last question. Favorite villain in DC TV and MCU TV? In DC, Deathstroke or Reverse Flash. In MCU TV, it's the Purple Man, Kilgrave in Jessica Jones. Absolutely. With Kingpin as a close second.
I agree with you.
Lebanese Scott, do you guys agree with the biggest problem with streaming service is removing context or content? Long live physical media. I agree. I fully agree. That's why HBO Max is very sour in my eyes. Again, I don't have it, so I can't try it firsthand. But from what I've seen, it's like it's kind of ridiculous. How about you, Zach?
I agree with you.
All
That's
right.
definitely their biggest con too.
All right. Zach Guller, what do you think are the biggest Oscar acting snubs? Still pissed Gyllenhaal was nominated for Nightcrawler. I agree with that one. Oscar.
Amy Adams wasn't nominated for Arrival, right?
I think she was nominated. I believe she was
I'll go look it
nominated. Oscar acting snubs.
Throw it out. Can we do other snubs than just actors?
Sure.
Because Ben Affleck for Argo, he should have been directed or nominated for director.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling for First Man. Nothing in First Man. Everything First Man should have been nominated. Same for Blade Runner. It did get some awards, let's be fair, but it should have gotten way more.
Margot Robbie for Best Actress for I, Tonya. I think she should have won that.
I agree that someone was snubbed, but not Margot Robbie, because I think Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water should have won. David Fincher's.
She was not nominated for Arrival.
She wasn't, huh? Nope. Who won that year? Who won Best Actress?
So that 2017 would be 2018, right?
Yeah.
Frances McDormand.
For what?
3 Billboards.
No, but the year before, for because Arrival came out in 2016.
2017. No. Oh, yeah. You're right. Emma Stone, La La Land.
Yeah, but you should have been nominated. I'll say that. I still would have given it to Emma Stone, but I think Amy should have been nominated for sure. Most overrated movie of 2020 and most underrated movie of 2020. That's a good question. That's a really great question. Let me take
I gotta look at my list.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at my list too. I know I'll have an answer for overrated. That's for sure. I just know it. Everyone will be mad at me, but I just know it. Where is my 2020 movie reviews playlist?
Let's see. So underrated. And let's say movies that aren't out yet too, because I know we've seen some festival films.
Yes, and screeners.
Yeah. Underrated? I might say the 40-year-old version.
Okay.
I got a couple. That Synchronotic I really liked. Black Bear just came out, and I don't think enough people are talking about that one. I'm Your Woman I liked. I don't fuck everyone who didn't.
Jesus.
Let Him Go, underrated. Didn't expect to love that, or didn't love it, but didn't expect to like that one.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, I have an overrated one too.
Go ahead.
So I liked this movie. I really liked it, but I didn't think it garnered the same hype that everyone else did. The Vast of Night.
I didn't like that whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh, French Exit as well. Well, that's not out yet, but
Yeah, I
I
haven't
didn't
seen
get
it.
the hype. A Relic.
Okay.
I didn't get it. But yeah,
Underrated.
your turn.
Underrated Greenland. Greenland really surprised me. Overrated Ammonite. Ammonite is.
I haven't seen it. I have the screener for it.
Kajillionaire is overrated as shit. Like
Fuck
I don't.
you.
I don't get that movie. Like the first half is awful. Like really awful. Underrated? I'm gonna say it. New Mutants. New Mutants is underrated. Tell you right now. Made in Italy. It's not exactly underrated, but it's underseen. Not many people have seen it, and more people should. What else? What else? What else? What else? Um, no. Yeah, I think that's it, really. For underrated. You know what? The Mortal Kombat movie is underrated.
Oh, the new one with Scorpion?
Yeah, the animated one. The Call of the Wild, which came out earlier this year, is underrated. And I'm gonna say it. Birds of Prey is overrated.
Get the fuck out of here.
Uncle Frank is underrated. Zach Kohler saying. Drew Vasher, Zach and Ren, love your content. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Drew.
Oh, I have an underrated
Newt.
one because I know it's not going to get nominated at the Oscars. You ready?
Okay.
Sound of Metal.
Yeah. Yeah. Newt just said, first row for Bob Odenkirk's John Wick inspired action thriller Nobody has been released. I gotta check that out. You were really excited.
I just had it playing in the side.
You son of a bitch.
It looks really fucking good.
Eric really Thorpe overrated. Good. The old guard had no idea why people liked it. I couldn't even finish it. It's really good. It's really good, dude. Biggest shock of 2020. I was not excited for Invisible Man. Turns out to be number one of 2020 as of right for me. Wow. I'll tell you right now, it's overrated. You agree? I thought you loved Invisible Man.
Say it again.
Invisible Man is. I said Invisible Man is.
I loved it.
Thor, most underrated Bond girl, villain, and henchman. Oof. Griffin should be here for this one. Most underrated Bond girl. Huh. You know what? The one from the Lazenby movie. What's it called? The movie with George Lazenby. Help me out in the comments.
I haven't seen it, so I can't help you.
People in the chat know the one with Lazenby where James Bond gets married. Oh God, the one that was 007 George Lazenby in Her Majesty's Secret Service. Is that one? George Lazenby. Yes, on Her Majesty's Secret Service. I think the one in that movie that Countess Tracy DiVincenzo is the most underrated one. Henchman, I don't know. Villain. I look. I know a lot of people love this movie, but I don't think Silva from Skyfall, which is the best Bond movie, gets the love he deserves. Silva is really, really good. All right. Jacob Hubbard, 2020 has sucked so much, so it's hard to make top 10 faves and worst. For me, the top 10 worst is the real challenge because I have a top 10 faves. Worst right now is Fantasy Island. That one is in my bottom as well. That
Mhm.
one's for sure my bottom, but it's not my worst. Unfortunately. Zach Goller, if you can only pick one while leaving the other out of the MCU completely, would you rather keep Fantastic Four or Mutants? Unpopular opinion, Fantastic Four. I don't mind if the mutants are out. Yeah, of course, I would love to have them, but if I have to choose, I would actually go with Fantastic Four in the MCU. How about you, Zach?
I'm actually with you on the. Not. I'm with you on that one.
All right. Favorite courtroom movies. Trial of the Chicago 7 just came out.
Mhm.
Courtroom dramas. 12 Angry Men. I mean, how can you not say
You
that?
know what else has 12 Angry Men in it?
Um,
Well, 7 Angry Men.
what?
Snow White.
What?
Snow White.
Okay.
7 dwarfs. I saw a
One of them
tweet.
is
It said
angry.
I saw a tweet that said put a sex scene in a movie that doesn't have a sex scene, and someone said Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, and I nearly shit my pants from laughing.
I just before the show, I heard a sex joke that I'm not going to say on air. I'll tell you after we're done with the show, but it's very
Okay.
aggressive and I love it.
Okay.
Um, Last year's Just Mercy is really great.
Yeah, my girlfriend
Bridge of,
loved that movie.
Bridge of Spies is underrated.
Dude, you know what? I'm with you on that because I actually like that movie the more I think about it. The Post is the one that I don't care for really.
The Post isn't a courtroom drama.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. A Few Good Men is really good. Um, Liar Liar is not a courtroom drama. What the fuck, Esquire? Anyway, those are just a few.
All right. I
Let's
say
move
we
on.
take 2 more.
More? Okay.
2
More
more
after
really
this
good
one.
ones. Okay.
What is a movie we'll defend forever? Everybody hates, but you love or like. Mine is Jurassic Park 2 is awesome. Jurassic Park 2 is awesome. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Oh, I have several, man. Prince of Persia, for sure. I'll defend that movie, and I can't wait for the remake next year. Um, what else will I defend that everyone else hates? I don't know. The rest that I defend, people like. They just don't love like I do. But Prince of Persia, I'll defend that movie all day, any
I like
day.
it. I like Prince of Persia. Warcraft, that's mine. I loved
Mm.
Warcraft.
Warcraft is one that I mean, I don't want to say indifferent, but it's one that I'm lukewarm on. So if you tell me you defend it, I'll be like, yeah, I can see it. But if you tell me you hate it, I'll also be like, yeah, I can see it. Can you recommend a good detective murder mystery? Seen all Fincher movies and Knives Out too. Go for go down Hitchcock's filmography. Not every single one of his movies fits that category, but a lot of them do.
Yep.
The Murder of the Orient Express. You can just have fun with all the versions, even though the reveal will be spoiled because Death on the Nile is just about to come out. There's also an older version of Death on the Nile with Albert Finney as Hercule Poirot. Those are the ones that jump out to my mind. This is not exactly a murder mystery, but it is a thriller, and it involves someone being accused of something. So I recommend The Hunt from 2012,
Yep.
starring Matt Mickelson.
Yep.
Go into it completely blind. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. All right, final question. Let's go for the final question by Jacob Hubbard. Final question. Favorite black and white movie? Mine is Psycho. I have an
That's
answer.
a great one. Yeah.
How about you, Zach? Do you have one?
You go first. You go first.
Casablanca, baby. It's my top 10 of all time. It's the best romance ever. My favorite romance ever in the history of movies. Because it has a sad ending. Love that movie. Love that movie. Love that movie. How about you, Zach?
That was mine. Fuck you. But I will throw in the Mad Max black and white version of Mad Max Fury Road black and white.
That doesn't count.
It's black and white.
That doesn't count. Come on.
It's okay. Just leave me alone.
You can't answer Mad Max Fury Road or Logan.
Fine. City Lights, Charlie Chaplin.
Respect, my friend. All right, everyone. That is going to be it for this week's Geeks of the Round Table. Say goodbye to this set for the next 3 weeks as I'm back home for the holidays in Portugal. You'll still get reviews. You still get the podcast next week. Just not this setting. I kind of forgot to take it off the set, but now you know I have a real life size Power Ranger helmet. I showed it to Zach. I forgot to reveal it on the show, but this will be a part of the set. Also, I have 2 new Funko Pops from Boy Meets World, so enjoy those in the background as well. Zach, what do you have coming up, and where can people find you?
So I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of Cyberpunk, so expect a review of that if I beat it by Monday. Throwing in as well, maybe some news videos on Disney Investor Day. I'm still deciding. Maybe I'll just be a fan and fucking enjoy it, you know? We'll see on that. And then also throwing in a Mandalorian review tonight, man. That's my biggest thing. Next week, I got nothing planned. It's actually the first week I don't have anything planned. Might take it a little bit. Might take like a little break, you know. We'll see. Right. We'll see.
I will also have reviews for The Mandalorian tomorrow, but it will be up a little bit later than usual because I'm flying back home.
Just film it at the airport, man.
No, I think I'm going to be able to film it here, but I don't have time to edit it, so I'll just
edit it on the plane.
If not, you'll just see. I know I'll watch it in the morning. You know, I know I'll watch it in the morning. Maybe I'll just don't review it. Then during the weekend, I'll also try to put reviews up for Songbird and Wild Mountain Time. That is also coming out tomorrow. If not tomorrow, during the weekend. So watch out for those.
Fuck, I saw that movie.
And again, don't forget the Ren Geekness merch is now on sale. Give yourselves a Christmas treat. I'm going to take this back home to Portugal. I'm going to be sporting it at the airport to make some international sales. So stay tuned for all that, everyone. And thank you so much for joining us once again. So until the next episode, next video, whether it is on this channel or Zach's, love each other.
And love the movies.
Which you can get that said on a t-shirt. So